So I recently got asked by Lisa Bennett if we still donate to the homeless shelter. If you look over there on my shoulder, I got a really cool Elvis clock above my radio. Do we still donate to the homeless shelter? Well, I guess actions will speak louder than words. But yeah, I'm getting ready to load all this shit in the car so that we can take it to the homeless shelter, because that's what we do. If we, and when I say we, the wife and I, little nobody, sometimes my mother, Bubbles, if we're not going to personally consume it ourselves, all the rest of it goes to the homeless shelter. So I'm going to load all this shit up. Put it in the Jeep. Yay. Kitty. Hi, bitch kitty. How are you? Alright, so we are loaded to the gills. We're gonna have to stop and get some fuses, because this Jeep mechanically is great, but it is a fucking electrical nightmare. If there's anybody out there who happens to see this video who knows anything about Jeep electronics, by all means let me know. It blows fuses for the oxygen sensors, which I have replaced both of them in the last month at about 75 bucks a piece for a Bosch one. And it keeps popping the fuse for the oxygen sensor, and randomly you'll go over a bump and something grounds out somewhere, and the fuse for the fuel pump decides it's going to pop. So this piece of shit's days are numbered. I mean, like, I love this Jeep, don't get me wrong, but its days are numbered. The old dumpster Jeep's going to get replaced sooner than later. It's just got to get the wife to the end of school, because it does stupid shit like, oh, you can't roll the fucking windows down from here, you got to roll them down from the driver's side. And then sometimes it randomly works. I'm sure there's a wire someplace that's grounding out, but this thing is turning into be a fucking electrical nightmare. So as soon as school's over, this old piece of shit is going to be for sale. Try to sell it to somebody for more than we bought it for. That's the beauty of Craigslist. Sell garbage to stupid people. So we're in the electrical nightmare of a Jeep. I told the people this thing's days are numbered because it's a fucking electrical nightmare. But we're going to sell it to somebody else for more than we paid for it, so we can buy something else. Because we stole this thing. As long as you don't know about the electrical issues, right?
Well, for a single driver, it's not as bad.
No, but yeah, like the fucking... I feel like I'm in fucking timeout over here. I can't roll my window up or down. Oh,
I can.
Clint? No, it's not Clint. Yes, nope. You can roll my window up and down, but much like when we were filming the police chase, roll me down, roll me down, roll me down. It takes a minute. Yeah. Headed to the parts store and then the shelter, because we got to get more fuses, because we went through an entire 5-pack of fuses between our vacation and yesterday. Hopefully it doesn't, well, if it dies between here and the parts store, I can pull the fuse for the blinkers, and I can put the blinker fuse in for the fuel pump. Fucking nope.
Sunday morning.
Yeah, Sunday morning at, I don't know, what is it, like 11 o'clock? 11:05. You can expect to sit in a lot of traffic if you come to Charleston, so I'd highly advise that you don't come to Charleston, because we're full. You can see everything there is to see in Charleston by watching my videos. There's garbage cans, there's traffic, and there's trees. Leaves. Lots of people from Ohio. Yep. Lots of cranes in Charleston, too. out-of-state plate. Out-of-state plate. Lots of out-of-state plates. Deplane! Deplane! No, not an airplane. Waterfront. Alright, so in an effort to comply with all the signs around here, because it's MUSC, that there's no smoking allowed in this area. There's an entire portion of Charleston where they hire mall cops to walk around and tell you, you can't smoke here. You can fucking outside on a public sidewalk. I can smoke wherever the fuck I want. It's rather irritating. Now that woman needs to eat a cheeseburger and stop working out. Where's that at? I can't tell if that was a 15-year-old girl or a 40-year-old lady. It's funny sometimes when you see people like that. Anyway, smoking in the non-smoking section.
Out of state, out of state, out of state.
Yeah, no, we got North Carolina, we got North Carolina, we got Georgia. That one over there's got that's a Maryland plate. Maybe Virginia on that Audi, if I had to guess. Let's see. Yeah, Virginia. Sure, just flop your car seat over on the sidewalk, leave it there. So this would be the Upper East Side of downtown Charleston. It gets a little spirited around here, you might say. I don't know that I would walk around, but what's funny is that this neighborhood is like, once you get off this main street here, is the hood. I mean, I've got some properties that I maintain in this neighborhood where I bring all of my equipment with me because I don't trust that somebody's not going to walk by and snag it out of the back of the truck, because it is the hood. Yet they're building a brand new apartment complex right there. What the fuck is that? Jesus, Marilyn Manson had a retarded son. There's definitely some regentrification going on in this particular neighborhood, to say the least. And this happens to be where the 180 Place homeless shelter that we donate to is. But look, it's a forest green Forester. Is it ironic? I'm jealous that his Subaru still runs. This, yeah, build some shit. Too many people in Charleston as it is. Let's build some more apartments. Yay! So it's funny. There was just a, if I had to guess, a feminazi Hillary Clinton supporter who would be triggered if I said Donald Trump was our president. And again, I don't care who you voted for, but yeah, little 100-pound female with hair shorter than mine, standing on the corner looking like she was getting ready to go cut her wrists and then have a Starbucks. Fucking mint. Yes, we want to turn here. This is Meeting Street. For those of you who don't know about where we live in Charleston, you see that big steeple right there in front of me? Yeah. That's where Dylan Roof, known by some of the locals as Roo Dog, walked into a church and shot a whole bunch of fucking people. Like, I live here. The Emmanuel AME 9 shooting happened right there. And it's a fucked up deal. And here's what I don't understand, and I don't want to be non-sympathetic to anybody who died in that, because that's fucked up either way you look at it. Bill Cosby raped like, what, allegedly?
Yes.
Bill Cosby allegedly raped like 70 fucking women. Okay? We got a channel here in Charleston called Bounce, which is all ethnic programming. Okay? Still plays the Cosby Show every day, every day, every day. The actual man who was accused of raping 70 people, his television show is still on the TV. Some fucking asshat who had nothing to do with the Dukes of Hazzard, who happened to own some Confederate flags, shot up that church. Dukes of Hazzard isn't on TV anywhere anymore. Tell me how that works. So at this point, if you're still watching my video, oh, we're doing some, wow, that person in a Jeep Cherokee, if you slow down right here, see, this is what people don't like about homeless people. Look at all the fucking garbage, which is why they have to stick the homeless shelters in the middle of the ghetto. But this person's been living in this Jeep right here for
too long.
What, like 6 or 8 weeks? There's a big pile of garbage over there. Like, it's it's one thing to be homeless, it's another thing to be a fucking slob. And that's probably why those people live at that strip mall and they don't get let into the homeless shelter itself. Somebody's bicycle.
Alright.
This is 180 Place. This is where we take our donations.
Signed.
They house homeless veterans, male, female, their families.
They even help non-veterans.
They help everybody. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera off here. We're gonna unload this stuff. I see the bicycle guys here. There's a bike guy on the weekend. He's not the friendliest dude. The security guard who works here is actually friendlier. There's a British lady that works here during the week. I mean, like, we've been here more than twice. The bicycle guy's kind of a dick, to be honest with you. Hey, look, that Nissan over there has an Ohio license plate on it. Imagine that. Time to unload the goods. All right, so as we're pulling out of 180 Place, there's a Schwinn laying on the sidewalk. There's not much to it, but that's an aluminum frame. And there's some pieces and parts on that I can use. Shit. Why not? I'll take an aluminum Schwinn all day. All right, so we could literally drive around downtown Charleston and just film people and be like, what the fuck, dude? I just saw a dude with a pink twat knot. If you don't know what a twat knot is, perhaps you don't have hipsters where you live. Dude had a pink man bun. Now, I don't mean to be judgmental, and I don't give a shit where you put your dick at the end of the day. I just look at the majority of the men anymore. There aren't really any men that are even around my age. Like, it's fucking pink twat knot. Alright, so no sooner than I say that, there's this. What the fuck is that shit? I mean, that's like a 50-year-old woman with fucking bleach blonde dreadlocks. Get your shit together, man. Guess I'm the world's biggest critic. But really, the fuck is that? Somebody who's my mother's age with bleach blonde dreadlocks. But then, like, look, dude, check it out. He's got a chopper bike. Yeah, he's riding a chopper bike like mine.
Wow.
I mean, that shit was ragged as fuck, don't get me wrong, but
Whoa.
he had the seat all the way down.
Okay.
My legs don't extend with the seat all the way down. No, he was riding a chopper bike like mine. Welcome to Charleston. Yeah. Hey, look, Illinois license plate tags. Out of state. All right, so we get down here. This particular intersection is, they call this the four corners of the law, because it's like City Hall, you got a church, you got the main courthouse, and then I want to say it's the Supreme Courthouse or some shit on the other side.
Big. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they call this intersection the four corners of church and state. Something to the effect. That guy looks like he's having a good time. Jaguar. I'm sorry, Jaguar. And by the way, there was a TV show once upon a time that was filmed here called Reckless that I actually helped work on the set of. That was filmed in a buddy of mine's house, but they portrayed this as the courthouse, walking up and down the steps in the front. However, this is the building where they take your custodial rights for your children away from you here. Not that one. So this building here is where the judge tells you, hey, fuck you, pay your child support, it's not your kid anymore. It's in that building. Yeah. But wait, I see a ginormous dumpster. I see a ginormous dumpster. What's in the ginormous dumpster? There's a Subaru. You never know what you might find in a ginormous dumpster. Wood and buckets. I don't need either. Alright, so once upon a time, let's start going this direction. Where we're going to pull, there's not a parking spot here. I used to take care of this particular house. I'm going to walk around the outside of it. I may have already covered this once upon a time. This is the Swordgate Mansion. Oh, how I don't miss blowing leaves in there. This originally started out as the carriage house for this place that at one point got turned into a all-girls school. Right past this little gate right here, there's actually a bathroom right there that I used to use because that's for the help. But after it was turned into an all-girls school, it got bought by somebody. Now, I don't miss taking care of this place. However, right over there where those bricks are at is a little garden with stuff that you can eat. Used to eat blueberries out of that garden on a pretty consistent basis. Alright, so you come around to this side of the building. This is the entrance to the garage here, to which there is always a Jaguar parked in that garage. You can see it through the windows. In the duration of the time that I took care of this property, I never one time saw a person who actually lived here. But this is the infamous Swordgate itself. God, look at those fucking leaves. Always got these liriope beds here that are underneath of the magnolias. There's a big patch of St. Augustine grass over there. This place has a full acre in downtown Charleston, and the last time that I saw this place listed for sale, it was $24 million. Now, I mean, it was kind of cool working on a yard like that. I don't miss the responsibility that comes with working on a $24 million home. Yeah. Alright, so I just got a notification on my last dumpster video that I put up. Somebody said we missed a jar or a jug of Tide, the diabetes dumpster, and we happened to be driving by. We're about to, it's the wind here, we're about to go home and be locked down under a tornado warning, if I'm not mistaken. Now, somebody's been in this trash can since we were here, it looks like. I'm going to see if there's a Tide in here that we missed. Somebody said it was in the bottom. But yo, there's a case of water. Look, now, oh, shit. Case of water. Look at all this gum. I don't have any fucking shoes on. The whole back corner of this thing's full of gum. We were just here last night.
Need a box?
Do I jump in there and get the gum, dear? I mean, look at it.
Well, if you got it in yet, because I know you don't have room.
Give me a box. All right. Oh, this is fucking ridiculous. Ah. gum. This will be hauling out of the same can fucking 3 days in a row this week. And this damn trash can and fucking flip-flops. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Could be ridiculous.
Yeah. Holy moly. There's more over here, even.
There's one right over there.
Yeah. There. There's another gum. Not seeing the tide. Oh, this individual spoke of. I see it, but I'm not seeing the tide. This individual spoke of that we missed. Some more baby food, but that shit's crusty down there. Look, there it is.
Wow,
that fucker was right.
Thank you.
Thanks, fucker. More tide. And if it wasn't for him commenting on the video, look. All right.
Like a dog treat.
Yeah, it's like a dog treat. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Wow. So we weren't even trying today. Shitload of gum, more tide, case of water. To the bat cave. But look at this guy.
Where's the child? Too?
No, oh, I've seen that guy. He's got kids, and they're completely ill-mannered children at that. Oh, dude. It's the man, the myth, and the legend. What's up?
What's up?
How goes Ricky?
Ricky's fine.
What you guys doing back there?
Hanging out.
Hanging out.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that.
Farmer's market.
Yeah.